need it. Under a certain two. And once the pink get in, you don't have to worry about this stuff.
Realize you can't give babies like anything.
Michelle, you ready? Okay.
You just gotta go forward.
59. You got 1 minute.
Get warm up in the time frame. They got the warnings on all that. Well, a piece of bark off a tree works in the end, so not worried about that. Yeah.
Okay, 8 o'clock. Let's get this meeting started.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Father, we thank you so much, Lord, for this last week of season of Thanksgiving where we could spend time with family and friends. We thank you for the opportunity to do that. For bringing us through another year, Lord. We just thank you now, Lord, for the opportunity today to have a new officer for our police department. We pray that you'd be a blessing and encouragement to him and his family as well. And Lord, we just pray that today all the business is conducted. Bring honor and glory to you, and we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. Roy, we're going to turn it over to you.
Okay, all right. Well, this morning we're going to be swearing in a new full-time officer for our police department. Gary Fleming. Gary, you want to come on up? Gary's coming to us from the Lake Police Department from Bradley University. We're looking forward to bringing him on board, serving our growing community. So this will be, first of all, a couple we'll be doing here over the next 6 to 12 months, bringing people on board. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I guess everybody else is moving. I guess I'm kind of moving. Hang on. Could you raise your right hand and repeat after me? State your name.
I, Gary Fleming,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
and the laws and ordinances of Brimfield Township.
and the laws and ordinances of Brimfield Township.
And I will discharge the duties of the office of police officer
And I will discharge the duties of office of police officer,
to which I have been appointed
to which I have been appointed,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So, yeah,
So,
congratulations.
I just want to get you two shake hands. Oh, yeah. Look this way,
Pictures, or we can do it over here.
You want to introduce anybody?
Anybody like to introduce here?
sorry, my dad, Mike, my mom, Katie, brothers, Connor and Spencer, and my girlfriend, Haley.
Well, we're gonna let's get a couple of photos, so.
Let's get a picture.
Here, just choose one. That's trying to get over here.
You guys want to stand by this wall? Or actually, we can stand between the flags.
What kind of wood are you looking for? You know what? I mean, actually, you know what works for this on I won them fireballs from Starter Local.
Let's do a couple here.
Buy that and put it on this wood log.
Let's get on that.
When it burns real well. Oh, yeah.
Green, you want to see green. That's what's
But then,
on.
staff there too, one of them checking
There you go.
They were fine
You guys wanna get in there?
for us, but then they need a little.
Well, the problem is getting that to them, now with that rain, from next week and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, bravo. All right.
Maybe I'll get a new one.
1, 2, 3.
No,
They look my way, they're away. Thank you. And what's even watching?
Yes.
Actually, water in there, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah. I would prefer to do it.
Well, it's supposed to, after that gets through, it's supposed to just get cool. The rain's gonna stop.
You draw blood on.
Yeah, we just talked about it. You don't want to look at the green?
Oh, you talking about them over there?
Yeah. I'm fine.
They had one tough job. I had a nephew that was just a state patrol.
Oh,
Drop me out.
I would, but I'm good.
One strip's coming.
About the same timeline.
Let's bring me high ones. Say, hey, today.
Well, the whole thing, August. Us probably April, February, April.
We got rid of all the bad trees.
Flip flop us and then renovate that side. The total project. Yeah. No, I didn't want to touch the roots. It was going to die. So it was going to be a matter of time. So
So make sure you send them a memo, not to come back with this. Well, meeting's over. I'm out. They ain't come in yet. I'm gonna put them on when they come in. Yeah, trust me, your whole neighborhood. I'll never touch nothing there again. Oh, no. Geez, I have never had. Oh, I guess I should watch it. At least once, twice a week. So. It's like, well, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to the meeting. That's exciting. Now you need 2 more.
we're working on it.
Okay.
Did anybody leave?
No, well, this is filling a vacancy, and then we want to add one.
Okay, so do we have any announcements, correspondence? Oh yeah, that's a big announcement. Cassie made a very wise choice by canceling on that Sunday. Even when I had that carload of kids start crying, I told them Santa wasn't coming. You know, Mom did say something about, well, I know it's gonna be canceled, but I think So they'll, just so everyone knows, Cassie's rescheduled it for Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, 6 to 9, no, 6 to 8.
Mhm.
So let's hopefully everyone gets it out there. I see a lot of shares going on with it and stuff.
Yeah.
Was Rochelle able to put it on the community board?
I'm not sure, but I can message her right now.
And we put it out on Nick's, right?
Yes.
You did? Okay.
Thanks, Lori.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's great, so everyone knows. Come on out, we got lots of cookies. Okay, I don't have any other correspondence. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people, but I talked to Scott up at the fire station, and Craig will fill you all in on that, what's going on there, so. Meeting guests, we had that. Minutes.
Is it good?
Normal.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a motion to approve the minutes for 11/2/22 and 11/16/22.
Okay.
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have any additions or subtractions to the agenda?
Yes.
I do.
Okay,
I need to add an executive session for purposes of collective bargaining.
To the, session,
what's that gonna be now?
2E is no.
Executive session. Okay,
And under zoning, we have
what's the executive session for?
Collective bargaining.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
under zoning, 2E is now, it's,
It looks like it's on it for D.
zoning per diem.
Yeah, it looks like she's got it as D under zoning.
okay. Is
We
there
don't need that last one.
No, she got it on, yeah.
okay?
Under mine, EMS billing rates.
Okay.
So fire 2E.
Prior to. What are you calling it?
EMS billing rates.
Okay.
Oh, it goes with this.
Okay. Okay, so with that said and done, we have we're adding under police executive session, under fire department, EMS billing rates. And that should do it, right? Maybe you're okay, Cassie, you're okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the amended agenda.
Second.
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion that we approve the purchase order.
Second.
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Motion passed.
And I can I'll make a motion that I have reviewed and signed the warrants. And approving them.
I'll second that, and I've also read everything and approved it.
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Motion passed.
And just in correspondence, I should have said something about this. I did put a post on there about leaf pickup. A lot of people are coming into our township assuming that we pick up leaves. And we did have an incident on Grace Road where half the road was filled with leaves. So I did put a little post out there, but just, and I unfortunately said the lovely word. You know what I mean? With our road department works so hard, and there's limited time, and there's absolutely, in my opinion, no way we can take on the burden of picking up leaves with 45 miles worth of roads and limited staff. So, but my whole point of this is that if you read it, all the comments were about, please, as senior citizens, we're having a hard time making ends meet with all the levies and stuff. So we just have to stay in tune with them because, you can feel their pain. The thing I worry about is it's not us, but what if someone else at the school starts running another levy? These people, I'm hearing a common theme, through the restaurant and through here, that people are tired of all the taxes.
I know.
So, there's nothing we can, all we can do is just be good stewards and do the best we can. And we do have these expanded revenue streams, and thanks to Mike and the judge and stuff. I think we have a lot of opportunities ahead of us that hopefully don't involve levies.
Well, you know, cities have pickup leaves, but we live in a township, and I think our township is so advanced from other townships that people moving in here, and even some that have been here for a long time, they don't realize they're under township road.
Right, and I did talk to one of the neighboring cities, and I mean, leaf pickup is such a burden.
It's expensive.
It's such a burden, and it just, between equipment breaking down, and, I mean, their road departments are so busy doing this nonstop, it's crazy. I mean, not that we don't wanna do it, we can't do it.
So we don't have the funds to do that.
We don't.
In any of the excess funds, if we have any of those, we have to keep filling EMS and fire and police positions that we have, because we're below on those, so.
Yeah, and I mean, thanks to Roy, you know, I called Roy, because somebody was driving down Grace and they didn't see the leaf pile, and it sounds like they were going too fast, they hit that thing, and, you know, they were blindsided. So Roy called and they were gone like that. So whatever you said, whatever they said, they took care
You're
of it.
nice.
Okay, well, thanks for doing all that. Okay, public comments. Hey, Bill.
I have one, just a kind of a question, comment. You know, you're right, we're a township, we're one of the largest townships.
Yeah.
Franklin Township, they subcontract to have leaves picked up. I don't know what that cost is, but that, to me, doesn't cost any of the labor. It just costs a monetary amount, and maybe somebody should check in to see what that cost is for Brimfield Township. But that's.
Who do they subcontract with, the city of county?
ABC, it's a landscaping company.
Yeah, I mean, you're also comparing Franklin to us, and we're 45 miles of township road. That's not including the county, state roads, all that. So you're looking at a substantial difference on it.
It's true, but we also have a lot of those roads are not pickup or leaf pickup points. I mean, a lot of the roads are rural roads that might run for half a mile or a mile with that nobody's even close on, and you're not gonna have leaves out there. You know, it's just something to look into. We do have a lot of allotments. Unfortunately, most of the people in the township don't burn their leaves, although I do notice some people still do.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt to look. I mean, but I just, you know, we can't really put any more burden on our road department.
I agree with that, and not unless you hire 2 or 3 more people, because you're probably that many short over there as fire and police.
Well, you see the expansion going on in the township, it's just, we just can't keep up. But then we have our facilities, which are big enough, to even, I mean, it's just, it all came down at once.
Yeah,
we know it.
that's why I suggested something,
Yeah. I don't know how that would work with the union contract.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we can discuss that, but
It doesn't hurt to at least get a price.
well, I mean, we could try to see, but again, you're looking at, I mean, I understand there's rural roads, but you also, you start going down, even down 43. I mean, there's houses after houses. I mean, our biggest problem right now is the residents blowing them in the ditches and covering up catch basins. I mean, that's what they're doing with them. I mean, we could get a price on it, but you never, I know Franklin, because I talked to their guy once before, and they only do it for 2 weeks. For like the city of Kent, Talmadge, they're doing it for months. So,
Yeah, that's what I heard.
well, they also have like 5 trucks each running out there with 3-4 guys in trucks.
And so
So,
then what happens if we do it, and they don't get it in the 2-week period, and then you're stuck with leaves in the ditch?
well, and that's where we'd be back at. Because I mean, you would have to extend out more than 2 weeks. They can cover their whole thing in 2 weeks.
Well, that's, I mean, it doesn't hurt to look. We'll just, maybe we can call and just get a price.
I could talk to Gary from ABC, see what he has to say. I mean, that's who
Yeah, I mean,
they use.
I'd just be interested to know. Maybe.
Well, how many employees do they have, Franklin? They don't have a fire, they don't have a police, they don't have any of that, so they're just spending their budget dollars on different things as well.
I think they're all connected pretty much together now. I don't know if they have to pay any fees for that service, I imagine they do.
They do.
Okay. Yeah,
And just
for giggles, let's just see what it's about.
All right.
I'm sure John could fund it.
You can get on Jill's, paying job over there, good luck. Go ahead.
Well, one of the things that you have going for us is all the new allotments, and first thing to do is cut down all the trees, so you're not gonna get leaves collected.
Not for 20 years, but when they come.
Exactly, you know, but we'll all be gone by then.
We didn't have enough wind this year, because I still have leaves in my yard, so I'm gonna have to actually get out there. Get rid of them. Okay, Jake?
Your leaves are gonna be gone today, it's gonna be windy.
Is it?
Starting
Well, let me ask you this, what would happen if you had a big roll-off leaf dumpster that people could come to someplace in the township and dump them, and then you just have somebody pick them up? Because a lot of people bag leaves.
So they'd all be in bags, right?
Well, in bags, or you just bag them to get them there and dump just about it.
Why do you think people would do that?
question.
Some people would, I don't know how many would, but if they wanted to get rid of leaves and they had 2 or 3 bags, they could throw them in the car and
Or what do they do with them now? I mean, they probably put them in the trash.
I'm pretty sure they throw them in the trash or they take them out to some road and dump them in the ditch.
Well, we haven't, I mean, in all honesty, I haven't seen leaf dumping just in our ditch, you know, out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
On wood, people have been respectful on that.
Cassie, could you use leaves or something?
Big leaf pile. Yep.
Thanks, Bill. Pastor? Hey, remember, tomorrow's the Christmas.
Oh, we'll be there. You don't hang on Sundays, Thursday would be great.
Did you announce it to the congregation?
I will tonight.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We got 500 cookies that we need.
Appreciate you for saying that. Hey, I'll take 50 of them myself.
Okay. Well, I guess there's any major safety concerns? Minus leaves. Anyone else have anything?
No.
Okay, let's get this party started. Okay, police department.
Just a couple of really brief announcements other than the swearing in we just did. Breakfast with Santa is taking place this Saturday over at Applebee's. It looks like we're gonna have pretty close to a full house when I looked at the last update on the reservations for tables. So we're gonna have plenty of people there. John, thanks for helping us out with that.
Sure.
Appreciate that. Yeah. And we have our DARE graduation for Suffield Elementary. That's taking place on Tuesday, December 6th at 9:15 in the morning. So myself and Brett will be down there at Suffield Elementary for the DARE graduation. This is our first time doing DARE for them. So that's all I had for you, just a couple of announcements.
Okay. Thank you. 9:15. Do you need a trustee down there, like Sue?
Anybody's welcome to come down for that.
Yeah, okay.
You're gonna work that day.
Tuesday, December the 6th.
Yep.
Okay, I'll put it on my calendar.
Sure.
It'd be so nice, a trustee and something.
Well, yeah, I know there's people in Suffield, there are 5 people.
I'd love to go, but I got to, work.
Well, yeah.
When's the Brimfield one gonna be?
That won't be until the spring when Brett runs the Brimfield program in the spring.
Okay, well, I can get the spring one, if you can hit that one, so
Okay, I do that,
remind me.
I will.
Okay, thank you. That's all you got?
That's all I have.
Roy, when was the Suffield one?
It's going to be Tuesday, the 6th of December at 9:15 a.m.
December 6th.
Yeah, we'll be. It's usually we're done pretty quickly. Okay, 45 minutes or so. It doesn't take long.
So Roy, your numbers are up this year too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Most, okay, thank you.
Yep.
Fire department.
Okay, thank you. As you see, our numbers are up a little bit. Also been a steady increase. Past 2 weeks events, station build continues. They did start putting the roof on. They got the roof panels finally. They're making good progress toward that. The steel stairwells are being put in the interior, which you can't see from outside, but it's a lot of steel going up. Sidewalks were poured, and we had to have a few more trees removed because the dozers killed the roots, and they were going to die, unfortunately. I hate to see more trees get taken down. Last week, I did apply for the rescue grant.
And the windows are in.
Windows are in. I haven't seen them.
The
So
windows are down at
We'll
the
see.
warehouse. They're waiting on the clips, so everything's coming together.
I say this tongue in cheek. I'll when I see them, we'll talk about windows because I've heard they're in for weeks and months.
That is a beautiful building.
So, yeah, it's getting there.
I mean, just looking at it from behind is
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, no, I
That tower's gonna be
pleased with how they're doing it. They're doing a good job.
It's beautiful.
As you know, I did apply for the rescue tool grant. I'll let you guys know if I do receive that. There seems to be no reason why I shouldn't, but I put that in an email to you guys for approval.
How much could that grant be?
It'd be 40,000. So, and then we would owe, I think 14. I think it was 54 total that I applied for.
And that's for all new equipment?
It's all for all new rescue tools, which is convenient because I was about to come to the board to say I need to get new rescue tools. So this might work out perfect for us. But I'll let you know if I hear anything about that. The only other item, the wood was picked up for the design items off the back. Mike, I know you knew about that. And we got some pictures. They're already sawing it and starting to put things together. So that's exciting.
That guy you picked is a great pick.
Yeah, well,
He is so.
I hope so because there's only one pick. There's not many people to do
He is
this.
so passionate about that wood.
Right.
I mean, he was like a kid in a candy store.
Oh yeah, he calls me every week. He wants me to come up and watch him do it, which I'm going
I
to.
know he told me to come up sometime.
Yeah,
I'm anxious. to see
he's
what
excited.
he built.
But
He's taking all those beams and he's cutting them thin and we're gonna use them in the decoration of when you walk into the town hall.
Yeah.
He's having a table built.
yeah, we're having tables and
for the
wall
firefighters
hangings and
all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Good.
Which will be, it'll be here for years to come.
upcoming events, Santa on the fire truck. We're collecting the gifts now. I will post it to the township page along with our page, which I think we already did. But the hardest thing is if you're receiving any phone calls is where do we drop it off? And they have to come in that side door on the front white part. That's the main question. Where do I drop off? Well, we don't have but that one door now. So I'll make that a little more clear. For people, the thing I wanted for discussion, I put it out in an email to everybody, so hopefully you had a chance to look at it, but we need to look at our EMS billing rate increase. Over the past couple years, the increase that we're seeing nationwide is 22.5%. We have not made an adjustment to our EMS billing rate, so I did put a proposed adjustment to you guys for discussion. So I need a motion for discussion on that.
Okay, I'll make a motion. Well, I gotta make a motion positive, so we're gonna approve these new rates.
Second. For discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
And actually, Mike, let me put this one in front of you. That one's easier to read of where we are and where I want to be.
But is this like an old joke or something?
Is it an old joke? No, it's not.
I can read this perfectly.
No. That one shows you, if you look at the other one, and then we'll hand that to John. So where we're at and where we want to be, it is about a 22% increase.
I noticed you went on the BLS, you went from 975 down to 850.
No, look at, forget that paper. Look at the one in your hand. Look at new versus old.
So what does it say that? Well, he's wanting to make 850. That might be all right. It was 6. Greg, what's BLS and ALS?
So BLS is a basic transport. I come to your house and you have a broken finger and I transport you to the hospital. ALS then becomes I give you an IV and I start to do drugs or a heart attack, a little more advanced. ALS2 is I'm doing CPR, I'm doing expensive drugs on you, which costs a little bit more. What I just want to be clear that these rates, the increase in these rates is only billed to insurance. So residents never pay a bill out of pocket. This is only collection from insurance.
Yeah, we're just collecting whatever we get.
Yes.
from insurance and making the rest, but this is out of town. You're paying the full.
I did look back and this is kind of disturbing. We collected about a 33%. So 1 out of That's all we get.
Do you get a lot of?
Yeah, our average amount.
Not residents.
Yeah, so just since you're asking that, non-resident then will be hard billed, which will mean we'll bill their insurance, and what the insurance doesn't pay, they have to pay the rest. But that is not for residents. So we're seeing an increase, and we need to just increase ours a little bit to keep up, would be my suggestion.
Well, I'm looking at this. This is a rising cost of ambulance services. In 2018, the BLS was $825.
John, that would be the one you need.
And then recommended rate for 2023 is $850. So you're only giving them a $25 increase, correct?
If you're saying that right, yeah, I actually gave my paper away that I wanted to increase
Oh,
it
you
to.
did? Well, here.
No, John's got it.
It's about.
You'd have to look at that one.
So actually,
About
from
20%.
From 2018 to 2023, you're only asking for a $25 increase.
So,
And that-
okay, so what you have in front of you is what they proposed. What I gave to John, I'm sorry I didn't make more copies, is what I worked with Life Force to actually do for Brimfield, not Nat. So if you look at that one,
600 for BLS, Craig wants to make it 850. 700, he wants to make it 1,000, ALS 2 is 775, he wants to make it 1,200. Non-transport's 175, he wants to make it 3, and then mileage reimbursement is 12, once he wants to make it 16. So it's a big, it's right around the trend numbers that they're coming out with.
Well, what I'm trying to get at, here you've gone almost 5 years, and there really hasn't been that much of an increase in consideration for the time that's gone by.
Right.
And the COVID and all those things that we went through.
I mean, it costs are what,
So,
26%?
I have no difficulty in.
Do you want to make it more?
Hmm?
Do you want to make it more?
No, I would like to go with what the Life Force Management has recommended on their rates. Because there's been since 2018 to 2020.
yeah, again, sorry, forget that. Look at the one that I gave John. That's what I worked with Life Force on
Oh,
what the
well,
rates.
So you're,
Here's what they
the
want.
fees need to be higher? Or you're-
No, that's good. And again, if, I would not increase anything if we were hard billing, but this is just the insurance. So
Okay.
I feel
I
comfortable
have
with
no
that.
difficulty with this. We've had 5 years go by with no activity as far as increases, as far as I can.
Well, this doesn't affect our residents, and
No.
if we're having to pay for all that from out of town persons here, they should pay their fair share, we shouldn't have to eat it with our tax dollars, taxpayers should. That's the only people it's gonna affect.
Yeah, it'll increase my budget by 15 or 20,000. It's really not much, but it'll help.
Anything else?
Again, we only collect a third.
We got Barry have a motion on the floor.
We do?
Yeah.
All right, good.
All those in favor, right?
Yes.
Sue.
Yes.
Motion passes.
John, you don't have to do anything with that. I just needed board approval, and then I will go back to Life.
Sue, let me have that.
So, but you can have that. Thank you. That's all I had, unless you guys had any questions on the build or anything.
So, effectively, this guy is gonna be January 1st.
I'm sorry.
When are you making this effective?
Yeah, go ahead. I actually didn't, I'll have to talk to them, but
Well, January 1st, beginning of the year, and we take it to 12 on next year.
that would, let's do that.
So can we, Mike, can you amend your motion to have effective date of January 1st?
I will amend my motion to have an effective date.
So we're gonna move to approve recommended EMS billing rates effective 1/1 of 23. BLS is 850, ALS is 1,000, ALS 2 is 1,200, non-transport 300, mileage 1,600. And 2, you want to say yes, or the motion passed?
Not $1,600, $16.
$16. That would have been a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
People might have been mad at that.
Give their vehicle to us instead of.
Right.
We'll be taking a bypass. Okay. Okay, that's all I have for
That is, unless you guys got questions.
No, just one window going.
I want them to. And again, the other piece, big piece of that is I need garage doors to keep the heat in. We can put all the windows in we want, but
Right.
I need doors.
Any idea on this?
They said they're on schedule, so, but I don't know exactly when.
Yeah, I don't know what you think about Scott, but he sure
Oh, yeah.
seems to be a great.
No,
person.
no complaints with anybody.
He's very,
Very
he
knowledgeable.
gets very frustrated with
Yeah.
that.
No, my biggest complaint is just the money end of it. The money, them figuring it out, but that's not my issue.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not his issue either, he's just
Yeah.
building a good building. And inside with that color tile and stuff, it's just.
Looks good.
When are they gonna do the front apron?
Last week, they were
Yeah.
supposed to, another frustrating thing. So
Yeah.
they can't get concrete. It's on a boat somewhere.
It's gonna get worse.
Greg, you're picking up Santa tomorrow night or something?
Yep, I will not be there. I have my son's basketball game,
So 6:15.
and I will have someone there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks. Okay, John, yeah, anything, man?
No, we gotta do that. This one.
Okay. Zoning, you might.
Thanks. Zoning Commission meeting is December 8th at 7 o'clock. The Zoning Commission is looking into several text amendments along with updating the comprehensive land use plan this next year. Zoning Commission will hold a public hearing on the same day, 15 minutes early, to be at 6:45 for 2 text amendment changes. On November the 10th, Zoning Commission sent the trustees 2 text amendments that eliminate the OR zoning district and combine the existing uses within the LI district. That is on for consideration. We had a public hearing at 7:45 this morning. Amendment 1 is the OR office research district elimination. And everything's crossed off into that. And then Amendment 2 is the light industrial district, which takes the uses out of the OR district and puts them into the LI. And that is for your consideration.
So,
I would like to make that motion for discussion.
I'll second it, sir.
Okay. And in discussion, this would update our 2050 land use. It also increases the amount of agricultural property that we have. And I've been to, I think, 2 of the zoning commission meetings when this was an issue as a resident, just listened. And I am in favor of this being accepted.
Mike, any comments?
I think it's a wise decision.
Hey, all those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. The revised BZA and zoning commission lists are attached. I don't know if you guys still have a copy with you, but we're keeping everybody the same except for Ron Jones is retiring as a zoning commission member, and we advertised on the website for a week through our HR department, and Bill Anderson is the one that got approval. He's the only one that submitted. We had 1 application and he fits the need very good. So we'd like to have some motions. I'll need actually 8 of them. For the Board of Zoning Appeals, Ed Schutte for 2027. If I can approval on that.
Can we
You have to
put it all together?
Yeah, I could read them out and then you could do it all together.
Yeah.
Then we'll just do Bill separate, I guess.
Okay, sounds good. So for the Board of Zoning Appeals, I have Ed Schutte, 2023 to 2027, Sean Phillips, 2023 to 2027, alternate Clayton Popek, 2023, alternate William Kramer, 2023. For the Zoning Commission, I have Debbie Darlis, 2023 to 2027, Seth Halen, 2023 to 2027, alternate Colette Lesnick, 2003, and then new alternate we'll do separate.
Well, I'm one for don't mess with success. And the people that we have on these boards are very knowledgeable in what they do. And I would suggest that we go ahead and the people that are here, I would like to keep them on, except for Ron Jones, who's retiring.
So the first one, so let's make a motion for the, Board of Zoning Appeals, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 out there.
Yeah, just, like it says alternate Clayton Popick, it's 2023, is that until 2027?
No, it's only one, alternates are only 1 year.
1 year, okay. Is that worthwhile doing that, or should we have changed that? sometime?
That's how our code reads.
Is that how code reads? Okay. I'm ready.
Move to approve the following Board of Zoning Appeal members. Ed Shelley, 23 to 27, Sean Phillips, 23 to 27, alternate Clayton Poppy, year 23, alternate William Kramer, the county year 23.
Zoning Commission.
Well, let's do two of them, let's just do that one. So I need all in favor, the first for the zoning Board of Appeals.
Yes.
Yes.
So now we're going to make a motion for the zoning commission.
Yes.
I'll make that motion that we approve Debbie Darlis, 2023 to 2027, and Seth Halen, 2023 to 2027. And alternate Coletta, all set, is that it? 23.
Sue, you want to second that?
Does Pat Blair need to be expended too? His is the same date as Debbie Darlis.
Pat, oh, yes, I'm sorry, Pat Blair too. It's not highlighted. Yes.
And my motion to include that.
So it's
Thank you, sir.
23 to 27 for Pat as well.
Yes.
Second.
All those in favor, Ray?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Motion passed.
And I'm going to make a motion that we place on the board alternate Bill Anderson for 2023, and thank you, Bill, for volunteering.
Second. Do we need to accept his for longevity?
For Ron Jones, I don't know.
Yeah, because you hired.
That's the end of his term now, right?
We could accept that now, or we
Yeah,
could
I
do that.
have to have it in the book that
He's not officially going to be gone until January, just because he's got to go for the first meeting and then turn the reins over.
Oh, we'll wait till January.
So we'll wait till January.
Okay,
He's at the end of the term, right?
Correct.
So we'll just,
Okay, so
okay, all those in favor for adding alternate Bill Anderson to the zoning commission, Mike?
yes,
Sue?
Yes.
Motion passed.
and I know you'll be at the meetings. You're good.
So also and thank you for all those. The town center master plan, we're still looking into seeing if we can move TIF money into funding that project. I have Mark Adetti on that right now.
For the lighting.
Yeah. Two TIFs. One is for the new apartment complex, which would pay half of the lighting. And then I'll have another TIF from Maple Crest moved down there for the lighting district, as well as sidewalks and any kind of.
Right. And I did talk to Mike, I didn't even notice it, but when you drive up Kelso Road and all that, we already have a lighting district started.
Yeah.
And so rather than reinvent the poles, and have Mike spend all this time looking for them, I think you ought to just
Continue on.
continue on.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, those are the ESIP approved polls.
Yeah, it's fine.
There's only 3 that we can pick from there, and that's one.
They look good.
Those are
One
things-
thing I think we should have the road department put up some wreaths on them.
That should be the first.
It's a little too
I
short.
think Cassie's doing too much work getting around. Well, use one of those loaders to lift you up.
Yeah.
Is a request for board approval for both the Board of Zoning Appeals and the Zoning Commission to increase the per diem. Right now it's at $75. I'd like to move that to $100. It hasn't been moved in years. Attorney Mark to do some research. It is legal to do that. So, and that would be also for the alternates as well.
Okay, I'd like to make that motion for discussion.
And I'll second it.
On discussion, it has been quite a few years since they've had any kind of an increase. And I just want to point out that these two boards that we work with, that they are instrumental in looking back to see what always happened in Brimfield over the years. But the zoning commission, they work with writing the legislation for the township, and the Board of Zoning Appeals, then they take on all the fights. So these men, the alternates, they're there just in case the regular one board member or so isn't able to be there to fill in. So they're putting in their time.
They're doing their homework. Yeah.
Right, and so I think all of them should be paid the same thing, because they only get paid if they show up.
No, and I totally agree with Sue, but I don't agree with Mike. I thought they should have all been paid 125, because it's been a while.
We could do that too.
It's just, it's a
Well, we
lot.
can do that too.
It's
That's
a lot
all
of
part
homework.
of the discussion.
It's a lot of homework. They're driving around to all these sites and looking at all this stuff. I mean, people don't realize the importance of our zoning.
No, they don't. They don't really, a lot of people, they like to see the end results of what's happening, but a lot of times they don't consider what all is involved in making something happen.
It is.
And government moves so
And-
slow.
And our meetings are long now. I mean, they're at least 2 to 3 hours. They're starting at 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. You know, sometimes we're here late. So they're definitely putting a lot of hours in.
Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot. I just.
No, that's fine. I agree.
What's the fiscal better about that?
And I think they're doing some kind of good job.
So do we have to,
That's just a regular motion to think 125.
Okay, I'm all right with that.
Don't you read it?
Because I do know what these guys do, and it's a labor of love for the community.
So this is what I'm gonna put in here, to change the zoning board and the zoning board of appeals per diem to $125 per meeting. Alternates that attend meetings will also receive $125 a meeting. All those in favor, Mike?
yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. That concludes our report.
Thank you for looking into that.
Absolutely.
So. It was right around Christmas, so.
Yeah. Like I said, Chris.
Okay. I looked at that, I said, so Mike, man, that is nice.
Yeah, it came along really nice. Outside, they had landscapers finish up the landscaping this last week, and it looks like it inside is pretty much ready to go too. Looks like everything's set in there. There's some minor drywall issues and stuff, but they're ready to go as soon as they can put some supplies in.
Chick-fil-A hasn't picked another spot?
Not yet. Hoping.
My son keeps asking. Okay, thank you. Okay, road department.
Yeah, this will be quick. Like Craig said earlier, we removed some trees at the fire stations, got everything cleaned up there, plus the tree work here at the community center's done. So we've started doing some cleanup. We actually had some dirt by the one driveway to kind of beef it up to where you don't have such a fall off. We did work on a Christmas display stuff, helped Cassie a little bit. We started doing some cemetery cleanup. We mainly just took down the flags for right now. Then I'm going to start removing old decorations when the weather gives me a chance. We had our first snow of the season. We used about 30 ton of salt for the 2 different times we went out and salted. And just an FYI, we're still looking into plans, different views of maybe a building of a new road department. So what we're doing is we're looking at areas, we're still waiting for some diagrams, just to kind of see where we can fit what, where, and we're working on trying to keep it out of having to pay a levy to the public. We're working on something that we can handle. So other than that, that's pretty much my report.
Right, I did reach out to Dave Klein. I wanted to get a figure on what we can anticipate for the jazz this year. He did not call me, so, but we won't know soon enough. I mean, just so everybody knows, we invited Cassie to come up with us because of the things that are involved with parkland. So, what we came up with sort of is that the new 2-acre parcel across from where the playground equipment is. Right. This Cassie's been native to us. Because like I was talking to Charles, and he said that those buildings are old.
probably the best thing as we move along is to raise them. You know, 'cause how much money do you put into a dead horse? And then, because Cassie wants to get rid of the shelter. So then it would open the whole park up from Edson all the way down, you'd be able to see, and it would no longer be, you know, just that, because what Dave's looking at, and we're gonna hopefully go look, ODOT's been building these buildings. You know, that's 110 or 120.
It's 120 by 140.
And the whole thing is, everything is under one building, a heated building. And we're looking at these prefab buildings, and I mean, when we first talked, what did he say, 10 million?
That was his first words out.
I said, oh, hell no. But then we found out from ODOT, and Charles has done some work, you could build this huge building for around $3 million. I mean, I know it sounds a lot, but this would be a building that would last for a while.
It'd be big enough to hold 20 trucks.
And it would be more, I think more energy, I talked to Charles about that, it'd be more energy efficient than what we have now. There'd be 2 doors on both sides. Now, the big thing we're waiting for, is too much of anything, is just to make sure it fits in that footprint over there. You know? So, I mean, we're moving ahead. I mean, we're not asking for motions or anything yet. I just want to keep everyone informed. Because, I mean, something's got to, even if we could hire some more road guys, you got to know where we're going.
Right. Right now, we're pretty much at the limit. Even when we bring in part-timers in the summer, we're sitting on top of each other. So.
And I mean, you have no more room for any more trucks?
Our trucks, we're filled to capacity now. We actually have, I hate to say it, 1 vehicle sitting outside.
And then during the year, you have expensive equipment sitting in a salt barn.
Right.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Well, the older stuff we put in. We won't put none of the newer stuff.
When my wife's old, I would not put it in a salt barn.
Some of the stuff you got to store where you can store it.
I know you're doing the best you can. I just want, the residents to understand, these buildings are old.
Well, the one I know Charles told me was from 73. I think is what the cold bay side was from 73.
Was that the first building you checked?
Pretty much, yes.
No, I think he said they added the second building on in the 80s. He couldn't give me an exact time.
That could be about right. It's when they started the town hall addition up there, when they got out of there, which would be about right.
Yeah, it's about the same time.
Same
time.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about doing radiant heat in part of the building, which I understand, which I did think it was. It's more efficient.
Right.
So
That was talked about too.
the what?
That was talked about some time ago.
Yeah, just adding on to a building that's old, it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, and even Charles said our buildings ain't structurally sound to add anything.
And the big thing everyone has to worry about, and there's no dodging this issue, is the EPA, where our water does not fit in. And by putting it on the side we're thinking about over there, we're closer to the sewer, so we can actually tap into the sewer. Because Dave's stuff is just, unfortunately, it's not going where it should be going. And they still gotta clean equipment and stuff. So either we're gonna get hit.
Well, we are still waiting now that way nobody gets nervous. We are waiting for an EPA plan on how to take care of what we have now. That was something put up when we had a meeting with the EPA and stuff and the county. They just haven't come back with a plan on how we can fix our problem.
Yeah, no matter what, it's still like hanging out there.
Well, tearing down the building, there's also other issues too, so.
And then, correct.
Right. Well, and actually, it's not like a building that's going to be built for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? It's something that the township can grow into the next 20, 30 years. So.
We just need to. We need. I agree. Just it's a big one for me to do more rallies. I just love to see us figure out a way to do this. Like the fire station, what's our terms on that?
28 years.
20 acres?
at 300,000 next year.
That's good. Okay, well, I just wanted everyone to know. And David, you could just keep everyone updated every meeting, just talking about what we find out and stuff.
Okay.
Just to keep everyone updated.
That's not for me. Oh, and that concludes my report.
Thanks, Dave. Do you believe
No, I'm good.
hospital for a while? So, yeah. Park and Rec.
All right. Mike already made the announcement. The hometown Christmas will be rescheduled tomorrow, and that's from 6 to 8 p.m. Thank you to everybody for being flexible and willing to shift your schedules, and everybody that's helped out planning that. I really appreciate it. I think it's going to go really well. Looking forward to it. The only person that couldn't reschedule is the carriage rides, unfortunately. So, but the DJ, the choir, Santa, of course, will be there. So. The Tour of Lights Holiday Light Competition, signups are happening for that now. Registration ends on the 2nd, so in a couple days here. And then we will start voting on the 10th, I believe. Next week, December 7th, we're going to be having a hot chocolate hike from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at Cranberry Creek. That is going to be the last program. We're doing like a year-end report right now. And that's going to be the last program in our effort to do more programming at Cranberry Creek this year. So,
8 p.m.?
Yes. It's a full moon hike as well. So, there's a reason it's so late.
If you need hot chocolate, why don't you talk to Darlene, look at it in the whole case.
Sure.
And I don't think we didn't use the whole case last time.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah,
Is that on a Wednesday?
it is.
My wife will be asleep by then.
And then
What day was it?
we coming, next Wednesday, 6:38, full moon.
I'll bring it in, hang out in the woods.
It's supposed to be a meteor shower too. I don't know that we'll be out there late enough to see it, but maybe we'll see a few.
Next Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Bring my baby.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
Where are you gonna do it? Is that through the woods?
Yeah.
Is there a good enough trail?
Yeah, we did our owl hike there. It went pretty well.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we just did, right now there's just that like old ATV trail, but it loops around enough that you can do a little bit of a hike.
That'd be good.
8 o'clock? 6:30 to 8. Technically the
Oh,
meteor,
6:30, okay, I didn't see that. Let's see.
the meteor shower doesn't start till midnight, but we won't be out there that late.
Oh, that's cool. All right, put it on the calendar.
All
Do you get
right.
staff? Walking staff?
I can find some.
I know, while we're talking about these hikes, I mean, if we get it would be really cool if we get a break, through the winter to do a snow hike through our new park.
Sure.
I mean, that would be, invite people to see it.
Yeah.
Bring my snowshoes off the walls of my place and, no, but that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Because there's enough trail there that we could walk.
At some of the metro parks, they used to have snowshoes to rent for the winter, so maybe something we look into in the future.
We could have Dave take that aqueduct and ride along the trails to flatten it down.
Sure.
Oh, you're right on that.
That would be fun. So I do think sometime, I know I'm jumping on the subject. I know when they got bought the old property over there down in town, they invited the public out to sort of walk through there.
Mhm. I was there.
Yeah, I wasn't sitting in there. But, see how it goes this winter. Might be a nice thing to do.
Yeah. I think it's important to look at all of our parks and all of the seasons. Sometimes people forget about parks in the winter.
Yeah, I'm glad to do that.
We're not afraid of the cold.
You've got such great parks. I want people to, and I know you want them to see it.
And then our last holiday program of the season will be a new program, our holiday drop-in shop, which will be Saturday, December 17th from 10 a.m. to 1:30 here at the community center. It's a registration program. We're asking $20 per kid, and they come and make cookies and do some crafts and things while mom and dad go out and do some last minute shopping or wrapping or whatever they need to do. So
Okay. That's good. I think we need to do a post on sledding.
Mhm.
And like, when I was up there telling people that Santa was not coming, I had two ladies ask if where was the nearest sled riding hill. So I told them, so maybe put John on a sled and push him down or something. I mean, just let people know.
Yeah.
And I've been doing all those, I told them to do all those Summit County hikes.
Mhm.
And we went to San Rock.
Yes.
Man, that was a big old hike. You need escalators. It went way up there, but there's a sled riding hill back there. And they had a sign which made all the sense in the world. To walk up the left side or the right side, not up the middle.
Yes.
I was there, this was last year, one of those years, and they're all walking up the middle,
Yeah.
like little targets. I mean, as a kid, I would have loved that, 'cause I would have been aiming them. But, it's probably not a bad idea for a sign.
Yep.
Just to let them know.
That was my childhood sledding hill. That's where my dad took us, so I know that hill very well.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a neat part.
Yep.
So, okay, well, that's great, Cassie. You did make the right decision on canceling everything.
So they,
I know you were a little bit nervous, but that was the right choice.
yeah, they issued that weather alert and it specifically mentioned holiday decorations blowing over and I'm just like, I think that's a sign. I think that we should reschedule.
Oh, this is not criticism. I love Aaron's post. But those teeny little fonts.
Yeah.
Remember, there's a lot of old people.
Yeah.
So she just maybe bumped the font up to
Sure.
save it.
Yeah.
So I was looking for my grandma's magnifying glass, but it's all good.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. You guys are doing a great job.
Yep.
Cemetery, we got nothing going on?
I just have an FYI on the cemetery. Rochelle and I, we were invited to the Portage Marble Company. They did our Calvary for us. We were invited, they had an open house, and there was a buffet luncheon covered by Guido's. And we just had a really nice time, got to meet a lot of people, got to meet the grave diggers from all over the county. And a lot of road crew were there, and they showed us all around and told us about what they did and who, what, and all that. And
They didn't have you look at caskets, did they?
no, I didn't look at any caskets, but the tombstones are really nice. And we just tried to help make that bonding between the vendor and the township a little bit tighter.
That's good. What's our numbers? The numbers are going up on the Calabarians, right?
The last, I think, John, is like maybe 15.
Yeah, it's almost 20.
Oh, is it 20?
We're about half, well, another 20 or so, we'll be halfway through that. And then we can,
So, yeah, is that
Okay.
that's when we ordered another one?
when we get halfway, that was where we got enough money to go buy another.
Okay.
So that we didn't have to expend any money, after we bought the original. So that way we don't have a bunch of them sitting there, and we'll fill half of it up, and then we'll buy another one. Keep going.
Good.
I know, so we never did a video. We need to do that video.
We do.
So a lot of people don't even know that's available unless they go on the
Drive by and see it.
Yeah. We
Okay.
need to do this.
Just, give me a time, whatever.
Okay, well,
Because I know you're swamped, so.
I'm slowing down now. I need to, Roy's gonna do a video on Nixle today. Because a lot of, when you talk to cars full of kids that are planning on seeing Santa, you get an opportunity to talk to these people because a lot of the younger people don't know about this Nixle, and it's a free system.
Mhm.
And it's definitely something we should have. So I'm gonna have Roy do a quick video so I can post it, like under a minute. So that's why he's been losing all this weight. That's a lot good on camera.
Right, exactly.
Okay. John, you had something on the fiscal?
Thank you. We need to make the budget amendment to our 2022 budget. We're going to add $36,000 to the fund 2193 to get it approved by the budget commission, and then we'll appropriate it. That is additional money into the jet. So I need a motion to request that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that motion.
Second,
All those in favor, Ryan?
Yes.
Sue?
yes.
Motion passed. Second.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this. We did not talk about the proposal from Charles. I mean, I know you want to read it. So what I need you to do is You have a copy, all
I
right?
think
So we can, so we'll just put this on for the next meeting. Maybe you can review it. Sure, you have one in your email. This
Yes,
is the contract for his services and I get the
I
library.
did, I read that.
Yeah, I just don't feel right asking for a vote unless John has had a chance to go through. it.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we just approved it. I'm sorry,
I
saw this morning.
It's okay. That is okay, so we'll just put that on the agenda for next, okay?
And also for the agenda for next time, United Way. That gentleman would like to come to our meeting and give him like 10 minutes at the most to talk about United Way. I'd like to let y'all know I could get in touch with him and maybe set it up for the next time.
Sounds good. Okay. Now we have executive sessions. I mean, I might as well do this. Is there anything for the good of Brimfield? Anything else? Good things? Okay. So we have the two executive sessions. Sorry, everyone. We have the paperwork for that?
I got this being 32 trustee Mike Costanzi moved to convene to executive session pursuant to Ohio Revised Code section 121.22G for the purposes of considering the following matters. Preparing for, conducting, or reviewing negotiations of bargaining sessions with public employees concerning their compensation or other terms and conditions of their employment. I need a second. Sue? Okay, all those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay, we're adjourned to executive session, item 6.
Okay.
just one from each department?
Yeah,
Okay, if you wanted to go just.
and then that way you won't have to
I
be,
think I've got a master copy there from a few years back.
Yeah.
There's a-
it's been a while.
Okay.
Well, after.
Then that way you know, with you being so strong, I don't want to.
Michelle, we good?
Good.
Okay, so that's where the video goes, right?
What?
The projector?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I told, Mike and his guys, just, we're showing something I can go up there and put that on, that's ridiculous.
To be honest, we don't know if we'll get a
That part. Yeah.
We're back to the session.
Okay. Okay, I want to make a motion that we approve the 2023-2025 collective bargaining agreement for the patrol officers for the police department.
Second.
For discussion. You have any discussion?
No.
Okay, I think it's a fair agreement. So,
I agree as well. All those in favor, right?
yes.
Sue,
Yes.
motion passed.
Okay, now I'm gonna make a motion
Well,
then.
we can, I gotta address something.
Okay, sorry, Sue.
Okay. John, you wanna do that?
Yeah, we have the table, well, we're gonna pull, the motion to approve the Board of Zoning members raise until next meeting. Sue had to abstain from that one, so when we abstain, we don't have a quorum to vote on that. So we're gonna pull that motion off, and then we are going to bring it up at the next meeting. When we have you and Nick to vote on it.
Okay,
The zoning board of appeals is gonna stay, everything else is gonna stay in, we're just pulling the per diem increase for the board of zoning members.
okay,
So
so,
that's me.
okay, let's see. Okay,
So
so,
it's on camera, so we're good, even though it's on camera.
do we need a motion?
Well, I don't have a motion number.
Okay, so
So we're just taking it off, these aren't 5 minutes in anyway.
we'll just take.
So we're getting rid of that motion altogether, and then we are gonna take.
Okay.
Okay, I think that was it, right?
Okay, then I'll make a motion that we end the meeting. Oh, we gotta sign this.
Okay. I second the motion that we adjourn. Whatever.
Sure, and all those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Motion passed, we adjourn at 9:27.
Okay, Roy, you got 1 minute?